Evil Dead Burn, Confirmation and Everything We Know. After the popularity of Evil Dead Rise in 2023, another Evil Dead movie is in the works, and there are already a ton of exciting updates about Evil Dead Burn. Debuting in 1981 with the release of The Evil Dead, the legendary horror franchise follows various poor souls as they encounter the Necronomicon, the Book of the Dead, which has the power to summon demon-like deadites that possess the bodies of the living. Though the original film was a gritty masterpiece of terror, the sequels became increasingly silly and deftly mixed black humor with horror. The original trilogy followed Ash Williams, played by horror icon Bruce Campbell, and was very much carried by the B-movie actor's charisma and wit. However, after the release of 1992's Army of Darkness, the franchise went dormant until 2013's eponymous remake, where the franchise's continuity was somewhat rudderless. Then, Evil Dead Rise took the series in a new direction by telling a story set within the original universe without having to rely on legacy characters. Now, Evil Dead Burn is in the works and is aiming to catch lightning in a bottle once again. Evil Dead Burn latest news. Many months after the project was announced, the latest news confirmed the title and release year for the newest Evil Dead movie. The upcoming horror opus is penned by director Sebastian Vanasek and Florent Bernard, though details regarding the plot and its place in the franchise continuity remain unclear. One thing that is clear is that the movie will be called Evil Dead Burn, a somewhat neutral title that is reminiscent of the vague nomenclature of 2023's Evil Dead Rise. The title was revealed by the creative duo via Instagram in the form of a picture of the script cover. In the caption of the social media post, Vanasek and Bernard simply wrote 2026, an obvious reference to the film's release year. While a more concrete date is a long ways off, the firm release year is a good sign that work is progressing. Add in the fact that the movie has settled on a title, and it's safe to say that Evil Dead Burn is quickly moving into the next phase of production. Evil Dead Burn is confirmed. Less than a year after the smashing success of Evil Dead Rise, it was revealed that a new Evil Dead spin-off was in the works, though little was known about the film itself. Along with the reveal of the movie came the announcement that original franchise creator Sam Raimi would return alongside Robert Tappert to produce. Also, up-and-coming director Sebastian Vanasek was attached as director and co-writer. The hiring of Vanasek continues a trend within the franchise in which the next generation of horror filmmakers are allowed to cut their teeth on the Evil Dead. In the time since the movie's initial announcement, Vanasek was joined by co-writer Florent Bernard, and the film was officially titled Evil Dead Burn. Little else is known about the upcoming horror installment, except that the movie is currently slated for a 2026 release window. Like 2013's remake and the 2023 blockbuster Evil Dead Rise, Evil Dead Burn will be produced by the brilliant and twisted minds behind the whole franchise. Sam Raimi and longtime creative partner Robert Tappert will produce the new film through their Ghost House Pictures company, but the celebrated director will not helm the project. Instead, directing duties have been handed off to Sebastian Vanasek, who recently directed the indie horror film Vermin in 2023, which screened at the Venice Film Festival. Evil Dead Burn story details. There are a few things that every film in the franchise includes, such as copious gore, lots of chills, and even a dismemberment or two. The Evil Dead franchise has moved in a lot of directions over the decades, but there is nothing known about the story of Evil Dead Burn at this time. However, there are a few things that every film in the franchise includes, such as copious gore, lots of chills, and even a dismemberment or two. Since the new film is being billed as a spin-off, it likely won't pick up after Evil Dead Rise and will probably weave another tale of terror. Though he made a cameo in Evil Dead Rise, it is unlikely that Bruce Campbell will make a full-time return as Ash Williams, though the possibility of another cameo is always high. Evil Dead Rise was the first time, outside the tongue-in-cheek Ash as Evil Dead, that fans got to see the Deadites unleashed on the general public, and the next film will probably continue that trend. Evil Dead Burn could also take the series to new places, though it is difficult to speculate about where that might be.